Hey everybody, you have your favorite math teachers here. Don't deny it. We know we're your favorites.
Also.
Yeah. We're doing a unit review. This unit has been huge. Like huge, right, Miss Green?
Yeah.
I mean, we've done surface area, volume, Pythagorean, angle relationships, transformations. Oh, I forgot to put cards on transformations. That's what we're missing.
Yeah, we got that.
We'll get that, don't worry. So we are doing a unit review. Let's start with surface area and volume. What is surface area?
The area of the surface.
The area of the surface. All you do is you find your side, you plug it into the formula, and boom, you got the surface area. Volume is the inside, the amount that goes on the inside. So let's start here. Find the surface area. Okay, we're doing surface area. This shape here is a cylinder. To find the surface area of a cylinder, we know surface area equals, oh, my mind just went blank, your lateral area, which is perimeter times the height, plus 2 big B.
Big B stands for
Area of the base.
area of the base.
And it's the perimeter of the base, which in this case happens to be the circumference. Yeah, so the surface area equals, for circumference, our formula is 2 pi r times the h plus 2 pi r squared. Okay, what's my radius?
6.
6. All I have to do is plug this in. Surface area equals 2 pi times 6. And the height of the cylinder is 15 plus 2 pi times 6 squared. Now I have a question for you guys. Which one of these is your lateral area?
Lateral is going to be not the circles, not my bases. I know that these are my bases, so this has to do with, that'll be the total. So if I take that out, right there, right in
That's
front,
my lateral.
That's my lateral.
So the perimeter times height is always your lateral area. So let's start with that. What is the 2 times pi times 6 times 15?
2 pi times 6 times 15, 565.5.
565.5.
Rounding to the nearest tenth place, so if you're doing this alongside with me.
So that's my lateral area. Now how about my area of my two bases?
2 pi times 6 squared. That is 226.2.
And then all I have to do is add them together.
Giving me 791.7.
And that's it. That's surface area of a
Can
cylinder.
you put units cubed? Units squared, sorry.
Units squared.
Yeah, we talked about that in class. I'm like, if it doesn't have a measurement, it's just
put
units.
Yeah. Surface area of a,
Rectangular prism.
that's what it's called. Rectangular prism.
Yeah, it kind of, sort of, maybe looks like a cube, but look at the dimensions, y'all. It's a rectangular prism.
You have to know that because they are off. Even if we draw it that looks same.
You guys have gotten yourself into trouble so many times
Yes.
because you assume something.
Yes.
Don't assume. Just look at the facts. Look at the facts.
Yes. Can I have a blank one?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm running out of room.
Here you go.
Thank you. So, yeah, don't assume, just go with what we have. So we have our rectangular prism, and we've got surface area equals perimeter times height plus 2 big B. That is on your formula sheet. Use your pink sheet in my class, or use your formula sheet in Ms. Green's class.
Green.
Mine happens to be hot pink. Yours is green? So pink or green. Just use those. We're not asking you to memorize it. So what is the base?
It's a rectangle. It's a rectangle.
It's a rectangle. It's not marked, so what do we tell you?
You assume it. You shade it in. There you go.
The one it's sitting on. So we've got the perimeter times the height, so the surface area equals the perimeter, which is 4 plus 4, which is 8, plus 8, which is 16, plus 8, which is...
What are we doing?
16 plus 8.
16 plus 8.
I love that you used a calculator for that.
24.
I was getting there. That's my perimeter. Times my height of my prism, which is 10, plus 2 times base times height. So first off, we know the lateral area was 240. I'm just going to put that in. 2 times 4 times 8. So surface area equals 240 plus 32 times 2?
64.
64. So my total surface area
304.
is 304 units squared.
Now let me just say something real quick. Notice how this is pH. This has to do with the lateral surface area. This has to do with my bases. So when you come down here and you're like, my height's 10. Well, no, it's talking about the height of the base. So I know it's kind of weird because you've got the base edge of your base and the height of your base. So if it's dealing with capital B, you go back to your shaded, you're only going to be using the numbers 4 and 8 for this. Okay? If you're talking about the pH, that H has to do with the actual prism. So that 10 goes there, and this 8 as your height will come over here to this H.
I know it's confusing, guys, and it's terrible. They should have made this a capital H. They really should have.
There's really nothing we can do about it except you have to know the difference.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you for clarifying that. Okay, let's move on to volume. Yay! This shape, I promise, is a sphere.
It is. I see it.
Okay, good. At
totally see it.
At least Miss Green sees it. That's all that matters. Me and Miss Green can see it. It's a sphere. So what is the formula for the volume of a sphere?
That's 4/3 pi r cubed. I almost
Cubed.
said squared.
Oh, cubed. Oh, cubed is mean. So 4/3 pi r cubed. What's my radius?
It looks like it's 6.5.
It is. Pi times 6.5 cubed. And you guys are probably like, oh, that's mean.
Put
But
it into your calculator.
all you gotta do, yeah.
You can't do the fraction thing on this one.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, just showing you.
4/3. Easy. Parentheses around it and you're good. 4/3 pi times 6.5. Use the little caret, this little caret right here. Caret 3. Boom, that's my entire answer. That's it. All I had to do is plug it into my calculator. I just have to know how to plug it into my calculator. Make sure if you're doing a fraction, 4/3 is inside the parentheses. So we've got 1,150.3 units cubed because we're in volume. That was pretty easy.
Yep.
Okay.
Especially because I just plugged it into my calculator.
We just plugged it straight in. I mean,
No math. Absolutely.
exactly. That's kind of what is nice about this geometry unit. It's just, hey, I have a calculator. Let's plug it in. Yeah,
of
you
it-
could do it by hand, but it would
you
just,
can just do it by hand.
yeah. Okay, now we're dealing with a cone. The hardest thing with all this is knowing which formula to use. So for a cone, volume equals
That's
1/3
Base times height.
big B times H.
Yep.
Which for a cylinder or a circle, that would be pi r squared times H.
So all she's doing now is replacing the capital B with pi r squared.
That's it.
That's it.
I don't remember if the formula sheet does that for them. I think it does. I think it actually gives them the 1/3 pi r squared H. It doesn't?
Nope.
For
Because
cone?
it says cone and triangular. What is it?
Oh, yeah, it does
pyramids.
the pyramid. So
just has-
you'll see the big BH. It's this one. I have it on my wall that
They
does
used
that.
to have this on the old
Yeah.
formula charts, but
And
I
then they
guess they're
changed
trying
the
to
form.
save
Yeah,
space
they're trying
or
to save
something.
space, and it's ridiculous.
Because they have a whole backside.
I know, right?
Yay.
So volume equals 1/3 pi. My radius is 18.
No.
Oh,
That's diameter. That's a long one, so it's going to be half of 18, which is 9.
9. Oh, and I forgot to give you guys your height. Let's go 6.5 because I feel like it.
Perfect.
This is the example of this is not to scale.
Yeah, for sure.
6.5. Sorry, a little sloppy there. So now we've got the 1/3 pi times 9 squared times 6.5. Again, just stick this in your calculators. 1/3 in parentheses times second pi times 9, the little squared button, times 6.5. Enter. There's my answer.
Done and done.
Did I enter that correctly, Miss Green?
It looks like you did. 1/3 pi r squared. Yep. Done.
551.3 units cubed.
Perfect.
Love it. So easy. Okay, let's talk angle relationships. I have this cut by transversals. And so now I have to figure out what X and Y are. Oh boy.
Oh, this is so easy. Start with facts. We know that every straight line equals to 180
Okay,
degrees.
so this straight line equals 180.
So that means that whatever this is plus that equals to 180.
Oh, okay. So
let's start with that.
3x plus 5 plus 68 equals 180.
Yes, and then it's just a simple equation.
That is a simple equation.
Like
But
right
I have a
turns.
5 and a 68.
You should add them together.
Oh, 68 plus 5 is
I don't know.
73.
Good job, 73.
Equals 180. You're like me. It's funny. We need Miss Newsom, that like
I know.
math genius.
She's a math genius.
She is. 180 minus 73
107.
is 107. So equals 3x. Divide by 3, x equals
35.7.
35.7.
Perfect.
Oh, that was
so
easy.
I'm done. That's my answer. Box it in. We can
No,
move on.
because that's the answer to what x is. I also have to figure out y.
Oh, done and done.
And now we have to look at it and go, what are these two angles?
Those are corresponding angles.
They are corresponding
so because
angles.
they're corresponding, they are
Congruent. Yeah, so they equal each other.
So we can just set them to each other. Set
So-
them equal to each other.
First thing I should do though.
Let's plug in my x to figure out this value.
Yeah. Where's my other blank sheet of paper?
I took it.
No, I
Oh.
did. I hid it from myself. So let's do that. Let's plug in the 35.7 into x. So 3 times 35.7 plus 5. And find out what the actual angle is. So we've got, let's steal the calculator, 3 times 35.7 plus 5. So my angle is 112.1. Now that I have that, can I solve for y?
Yeah.
Because we just said they're equal.
Yep.
So I'm going to set them equal to each other. So 4y plus 9 equals 112.1.
Okay.
Oh, that's a simple two-step equation.
Yeah.
Okay, minus 9, minus 9. If I'm going to do this in my head, I have to line up my decimals.
103.1.
103.1.
I think I did it in my head, but I don't know that's right.
I think you're right.
I think I'm right too.
You are. You're very correct.
Yay.
So 4y equals 103.1. Then I divide by 4 on each side. Y equals... I think your projector just overheated.
I think the filter needs to be cleaned.
25.8. Probably. Oh, there we go. Y equals 25.8. Now I'm done because I have x and y. The question said find x and y. X is 35.7. Y is 25.8. Now be careful because it asked specifically for x and y. If it had asked for what the angles are, I mean, this is 112.1. This is also 112.1 because they're congruent, and we found that out. But we had to find x and y.
Okay.